Hello students, in this video I'm going to explain solving rational equations and inequalities. Please check the description in order to see the parts of rational equations and the part of rational inequalities. I'll write for you there. Okay, let's start with rational equations first. Dear students, uh, in rational equations, first how we know something is rational or a equation, let's say, is a rational equation. Because the equation is in the fractional form 2 over x, as you can see, this is a rational equation. Why? Because in this equation is in the form of fraction. Same here, we have 2 over x minus 2 and the other side 3 over x minus 1. So it's in algebraic, let's say the fraction is in the algebraic fraction. Okay, now let's solve these two questions. In order to solve this type of questions, students, best thing to do is cross product. What's cross product? When you have equal sign between two fractions, two simple fractions, okay? When you have one single fraction in the right, like this one, I have one single fraction, and one single fraction in the left, then I can do cross product. If not, I cannot directly cross product. Okay, now in this question, I have 2 over x equals 1 over 5. So I can say 2 times 5 and x times 1 in order to cross product. So x times 1 will be x, let's rewrite, times 1. This is mean multiplication, okay? Equals 2 times 5 will be 2 times 5. So final answer, x times 1 equals only x, 2 times 5 equals 10. So the value of x equals 10 in this equation. Let's go to the second one. Since we have single, as you can see here, students, single fractions in both sides, single rational, let's say, equations, so we can cross product. Okay, now we can multiply 2 by this one and x minus 2 by 3. But remember, students, you need to put brackets. Why teacher brackets? Because you have two operations. When you multiply 2 by x plus 1, you need to multiply by both of them, not only x. Okay, that's why we need to put bracket to not make any mistake. Okay, so we get 2 times x plus 1 will be 2 bracket x plus 1, and on the other side, x minus 2 times 3 going to be 3 x minus 2. All right, students, right now you can expand the brackets by multiplying 2 by both of them, and here in other side 3 times both of them. 2 times x equals 2x plus 2 times 2 equals only 2. In other side, 3 times x equal only 3x, and 3 times negative 2 going to be negative 6. Okay, right now, since I have x's in both sides, as you can see, as x's in both sides and numbers also in both sides. So in order to solve the question or finding the value of x, you need to move the variables to one side and the numbers to one side. So here I can move 2x to side of 3x and negative 6 to the side of positive 2. So we get negative 6 when you move to other side going to be positive 6 plus we have already 2 here equals 3x already in the right side, and positive 2x when you move to other side become negative 2x. So students, positive 6 positive 2 equals positive 8, or we can write only 8. 3x minus 2x equals only x. So final answer equals 8x. Okay, students, right now what if we have two fractions or three, let's say, in one side? Two rational fractions or two rational, let's say two algebraic fractions, let's say. Algebraic fractions contain variables, so variable and numbers in one side. Students, when you have addition and subtraction, like between these two we have addition, and here there's addition too, you need to find common denominator. You cannot directly say, let's say 1 plus 1 and 3x plus 8x that we learned before for adding or subtracting expressions before equation. So here we need to find common denominator. What's common denominator between 8 and 3x? So of course, if you don't know, you can multiply them, equals 24x. But in this question, students, if you check, there's easier way than finding common denominator, because this one is 3x and in other side you have also 3x. If you move this fraction to other side, they have a common denominator, you can simplify. So without finding, this is easier. So let's move 1 over 3x to other side. Only 1 over 8 left here, equals 4 over 3x already in the right side. When you move 1 over 3x to other side, become negative 1 over 3x. Right now, do they have a common denominator? Yes, both of them 3x. So that's why, since we have common denominator, we can combine numerator. So I'll rewrite 1 over 8 in this side equals 4 minus 1 equals 3 over 3x. Okay, right now I have single fraction, students, in both sides. In this side I can have single fraction, and this side also I have single fraction. So right now easily I can cross product. Or before cross product, you can simplify 3 with 3. Even if you not simplify, you get same answer, but let's simplify. We get only 1 here, 3 cancel. So right now x times 1 equals only 1x. In other side, 8 times 1 equals 8. So x equals 8 is final answer. Okay, let's go to the last example about rational equations in this video, which we have 3 over a plus 1 plus 2 over a plus 5 equals 1 is something different, students, because in this question we don't have, like in this question, we don't have common denominator. In this denominator I have a plus 1. This denominator is a plus 5. In other side also equals 1. So I don't have common denominator. So how I should find the answer? Dear students, you need to find common denominator. How to find common denominator? If you don't know the common denominator, the best way is what? Multiplying both denominators together. So if we multiply, let's rewrite two fractions. There's plus between them, of course, equals 1. So we have a plus 1 in the side, right? And a plus 5 in other side. So in order to find common denominator, you need to multiply both denominators. So it will be a plus 5 times by a plus 1 times by a plus 5. And we can add here a plus 1. I multiplied both denominators, a plus 1 times a plus 5. So I got this one and this one. So I made common denominator. How about numerator? What I multiplied for denominator, I need to multiply for numerator. So in numerator, I have already 3, right? So I can say 3. In this fraction, I multiplied denominator by a plus 5. So I will multiply numerator also by a plus 5. And in other side also we multiplied by a plus 1. So we can say 2 times a plus 1. Since we have common denominators, so we can write down ones. We can say equals a plus 1 times by a plus 5 in denominator, and numerator you can simplify 3a 15, right? It will be 3a plus 15. Here we have plus, so it will be plus other fraction. We have 2 times a with 2a, and 2 times 1 equals 2. On the other side we have only 1. Okay, simplify the numerator. We get 3a plus 2a like terms, so it will be 5a, and 15 plus 2 equals 17, right? All over a plus 1, a plus 5 equals 1. What's the denominator of 1? It's only 1. So you can cross multiply these two together. We get 5a plus 17, and on the other side we have a plus 1, a plus 5. Students, you can expand or open this to brackets by multiplying a times a times 5, 1 times a, 1 times 5. So I'll pause the video until I will write. So students, after multiplying a times a equal a squared plus 5a plus 1a plus 5. Now combine like terms. On the other side, don't forget we have 5a plus 17, and in this side I have a squared plus 5a plus 1a equal 6a plus 5. Okay, right now students, in order to solve this quadratic, because we have power to right now, we need to move everything to one side. So it's better to move 5a with 17 to other side. Okay, so we get this side 0, so we can write a squared plus 6a plus 5 minus 5a, because I moved 5a to the other side, minus 17, all equals 0 because we moved everything to one side. Right now, combine like terms, we have positive 6a, negative 5a. So together going to be a squared plus 6a with negative 5a going to be only a. And positive 5 with negative 17 equals negative, positive 5 with negative 17 equals how much? Equals negative 12 equals 0. Right now, students, you can make two brackets. Two brackets. So we will be a positive times positive going to be positive, negative equals 0. So pick two numbers, their multiply equals 12, but when you add them equals 1 if you subtract them. So the best answer is 4 and 3. I'll write 4 in the positive side, 3 in the negative side, because when you multiply them, it will be positive 4, and outers will be negative 3, 4a, and negative 3a. We get positive a back. What's middle value, right? So we will say a plus 4 equals 0, or a minus 3 equals 0. Move to other side, move to other side. A equals negative 4, or a equals 3. Alright students, this is part 2 of the video, let's say part of rational inequalities. We have some steps in order to solve rational inequalities. First step is what? Move everything to one side. What you have, students, you need to move all, let's say, terms to one side. After that, find common denominator if possible or if needed. After that, set numerator and denominators to 0. Then test the region, then choose the interval. What it is? Last step. Okay, we have an important note that denominator values, let's say, denominator values, oops, we forgot s here. Denominator values always open circle because they are not in the domain on the real line graph, but numerator values most of the time, or we can say always close circle in case if it's not in the domain. Let's say sometimes numerator value not in the domain, you can put open circle for that. If not, most of the time we can say it's closed circle, okay, after graphing. All right, but in these three questions I'm solving all of them closed circle, or we can say 90% of the time is closed circle. We have these questions, let's solve them one by one. First one, students, first question, we have solve x over 2x minus 1 less than or equal 1. Students, first step was what? We were moving everything to one side, so let's move 1 to the other side. We get x over 2x minus 1. When you move 1 to the other side, become minus 1 less than or equal 0. The denominator, students, here is how much is 1. So you need to find common denominator. In order to find common, you need to multiply this part by, let's change the color, by 2x minus 1, 2x minus 1 x minus 1, and this one also by 2x minus 1, numerator and denominator. So we will get x over 2x minus 1 minus, in the other side we get 2x minus 1 over 2x minus 1 less than or equal 0. Now you have common denominator, you can combine them and you will get x, but remember you have negative. Since you have negative, put bracket, because this is negative for all its terms in other side. So we need to multiply this negative inside the bracket. So we have x minus 2x plus 1 over 2x minus 1. Maybe someone asking, teacher, why you didn't give this negative to denominator also? Because you don't add or subtract denominator, you just write let's say the denominator itself. You don't add or subtract, okay? When you have common denominator, you just add or subtract or combine numerators. That's why. All right, right now simplify less than or equal 0. Now simplify numerator, x minus 2x become let's write down here, become negative x plus 1 over 2x minus 1 less than or equal 0. Dear students, this is after simplifying, finding common denominator. Third step, saying set numerator and denominator to 0. So separately you should say negative x plus 1 equals 0, or 2x minus 1 equals 0. Find out the values of x. Here we can move x to other side. We get 1 equals positive x, or only x, so x equal 1. And this one, move 1 to other side, become 2x equals 1, divide by 2, we get x equals 1 over 2. Alright, after finding these, you need to graph. Right now, this is time to graph. This is number line. This part is negative infinite. This part is positive infinite, right? So which one's smaller? Write down first one. So 1 over 2 is smaller. Then we have 1. Okay. Now both of them you need to circle. Which one is numerator value? 1 is numerator value. So numerator value we will close because in the domain. But 1 over 2 is not in the domain because 1 over 2 will make denominator 0. Right now, dear students, it's time to find out or test the regions, because if you check the steps, now test the region to choose the intervals. So let's test first one. Pick a number in this part or bigger than 1. Let's say 2. Substitute 2 in your inequality in this part. Okay, so if you substitute 2 here, you will have negative 2. Why teacher 2? You can pick 3, 4, any number in this region. Okay, more than 1, any number you are free to pick. Okay, negative 2, we pick 2, negative 2 plus 1 all over 2 times 2 minus 1. Is that less than 0? If satisfied, we will go to that direction. If didn't satisfy, we go opposite direction. Negative 2 plus 1 equals negative 1 all over 2 times 2, 4. 4 minus 1 equals 3. Is negative 1 over 3 less than 0? Of course no, not less than 0, right? Negative 1 over 3 not less than 0. That's why we will go to the other direction. How about 1 over 2? Let's pick. So this part is not the answer. How about let's pick a number less than 1 over 2, which we can say 0. Substitute 0 here. So let's test 0 also. Negative 0, or you can say only 0, plus 1 all over 2 times 0, 2 times 0 minus 1. Is that less than or equal 0? Let's test. 0 plus 1 equal 1 all over 2 times 0 equals 0 minus 1 equal negative 1. 1 over negative 1, is that less than 0? Of course no. So this part also is not the answer, so we need to go to the other direction. So the only number between 1 and 1 over 2 is the answer. So the interval going to be x greater than 1 over 2 and x less than but equal, because of the closed circle, 1. This is going to be final answer. Students, let's solve one more example. We have x plus 3 over 3x greater than 2. So again, move 2 to other side. We get x plus 3 over 3x minus 2, because we say first step is moving everything to one side, greater than or equal, not only greater, sorry, only greater than 0. Right now find common denominator. Denominator of 2 is 1, so the common denominator between these two values, between 3x and 1, of course, is 3x. So multiply 1 by 3x, so this one by 3x and this part also by 3x. So we get in numerator, we get how much? We get x plus 3 over 3x minus 3x times 1 equal only 3x, and numerator 3x times 2 equal 6x greater than 0. Right now, dear students, let's simplify more numerator, since we have same denominator, so we write once greater than 0. 3x, x plus 3 minus 6x equals negative 5x plus 3. You'll combine 6 with the x. Right now we have we simplify the fraction. Now we will say numerator equal to 0 and denominator equals to 0. Let's change the color. So we will say negative 5x plus 3 separately equals to 0 and 3x equals to 0. Find out the values. Divide by 3, divide by 3, x equal to 0, right? Because this one cancels 0 divided by 3. How about other one? We have negative 5 x plus 3, move 3 to other side. We get negative 5, we get negative 5x equals negative 3. Then divide by negative 5, both sides cancel out, x equals 3 over 5. All right. Right now, students, you can graph these two values on the number line in order to find out the intervals. So this is number line. Remember, this part is negative infinite, this part is positive infinite. We have 0 and 3 over 5. Dear students, pick a number more than 3 over 5 in this region. Pick a number more than 3 over 5. We can say 1. 1, of course, in the side. Oh, by the way, we forgot to circle. We say numerator value always close circle because it's in the domain, doesn't have problem, but denominator is not in the domain. Right now, the number greater than 3 over 5 test in this inequality. Remember, this is your inequality to test in simplest form. Okay, now pick a number in this part greater than, so we can say 1. Substitute 1 in the inequality. We have, let's write down here, we have negative 5 times by 1 plus 3 all over 3 times 1. Is that greater than 0? Let's test. Negative 5 times 1 equal negative 5 plus 3 equals negative 2 all over 3. Is that greater than 0, students? No, it's not greater than 0. So that's why this is not the answer. So this part is not the answer. We must go to the other side. Pick a number less than 0, which is negative 1. Let's test negative 1. Negative 1, negative 5 times negative 1 plus 3 all over 3 times negative 1. Is that greater than 0? Let's see. Negative 5 times this one equals 5 plus 3, 8. 8 over negative 3. Is that greater than 0? No. So this part also not the solution, so we must go to the opposite. So again, the numbers in between them going to be the answer. So the x between 0 and 3 over 5 satisfying the inequality. So I hope you understood. For any questions, please write down in the comment below. Until next video, bye bye.